The city of Kent is gonna have to dish out more than $1 million thanks to a former assistant police chief who is a big fan of Nazis. And the fact that they're paying the money, that's not the most objectionable part about this. Wait until you find out the full story. We wanna talk though about Derek Kammerzell, a 27-year department veteran who was first disciplined back in the middle of last year after a detective complained that an insignia used by high-ranking generals in the Third Reich appeared in Kammerzell's office door above his nameplate back in September 2020. So he was given 2 weeks off without pay for his actions, 2 weeks off for having a Nazi insignia in his office, okay. Thankfully, Kent citizens and members of the Jewish community got so mad that the mayor demanded his resignation. Now, he initially claimed he didn't know the significance of the insignia and had only learned about it in the television series The Man in the High Castle, where one of the main characters holds that rank. That's a show about Nazis, which should have been his first clue that the insignia had something to do with Nazis. But he didn't know. So an internal investigation concluded that no, he knew. Anyway, by the way, also he had been overheard joking about the Holocaust, according to an internal investigation, saying that his grandfather had died in the Holocaust when he got drunk and fell out of a Nazi guard tower. So, just normal jokey stuff. So anyway, he was put on administrative leave by the mayor, and they finally are forcing him out, but it's gonna come at a high cost. They're paying him $1.5 million to resign. It's not to Jewish groups as a settlement, it's not in legal fees. They're paying him. And he had initially requested $3.1 million. So I guess, Yasmin, they're getting kind of a bargain in buying him out for only $1.5 million.
Yeah, well, isn't that the classic bargaining strategy? Is you start high and then you kind of work them down to where you actually get them where you want them to be. But it's funny, it's like next level of a bumper sticker. Some people get a tattoo. It's like I just watched Dude, Where's My Car again the other day, and all those people after the movie came out got like the dude and the sweet tattoos on the back of their backs, and it was like, why'd you do that? That's not cool, and you're not going to feel that way in a few years, but they do. And this guy is using a Nazi insignia and sticking it in his office and being like, oh, I didn't know, like what that was. Of course he knew what it was, And what's sad about it is that the Jewish community had to be so outraged for anything to happen in the first place. Yep. That's why it's so exhausting living in this version of reality that we're in right now. It's like we have to be outraged all the time. We have to bring that level of passion to everything or else nothing gets done, and it's exhausting. We're all so tired, and if everyone could just be cool about things, we wouldn't have to fight everybody,
100%. Yeah, if the right could be less bad, if the Karens could settle down for a little bit, that would be great.
It would be great.
Yeah, so the only way you get anything more than 2 weeks of suspension is by freaking out for long enough and scaring people. And then when you do that, I don't know, maybe it ends up with him just becoming a millionaire. What a terrible situation people have been put in. And think about a cop who doesn't just like make like so many cops do, make the jokes and like do postings and stuff like that. But he's like, no, I'm done with that. It's like we got Trump. I am just putting it up an official Nazi symbol that when you walk in, if you have to interact with me, I want you to see a Nazi symbol. Think about how far we have to descend for them to get to that point.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.